But Lelaina picks up possession for Madagascar. Nicolas finding the ball out towards Bono. Nicolas again. There's Lelaina dropping deep, but don't be fooled with his position on the park currently. He loves to get forward, and he's got such a wonderful ability with the ball at his feet. Calm, composed, and certainly in control. As the captain on the day, Tony. Dax caught from behind by Mansour. Dax again. His passing game is always on point, and he's got a phenomenal ability to make himself an outlet, to find a pocket of space to receive a pass from his teammates when they're under pressure. Mansour has escaped from two. Can't get past Nicolas again, who puts in a fine challenge, not for the first time in this game, to deny Kenya passage. Aboud. Cross to Bandi. One of the new Gourmet players, having been unveiled last week. Mansour. Aboud will pick up on it now. Kibwage. Another player very composed on the ball. Alfonso Mija. Harambee board. Has some experience abroad. Played with Oman club Dhofar. Ben Stanley Omondi falls kindly for him as it's squeezed away. And a challenge between Lelaina and Mansour. Nabuire turns on the halfway line, looking for options. Mansour is in space. Aboud very advanced down this left flank. Inverted wingers now for Kenya. But Tony comes to the rescue for his side. Here's Ben Stanley Omondi. He too has a semblance of international experience. Porto, of course, the club with which Benny McCarthy won the UEFA Champions League under Jose Mourinho. Can you believe, 21 years ago? Throw in Madagascar. Stanley Omondi looking a little uncomfortable after that, up against Nyaina. Perhaps just himself in the follow-through on his opponent. Nyaina will have the throw. One of the AS Fanalamanga players in the Madagascar squad for this tournament. Dax seeking away towards Gregas, but Madagascar can't maintain possession. Bandi under pressure here, and out comes Omondi to the rescue. Dangerous moment. Alfonso Mija under a little pressure, but up steps Omondi brilliantly. The awareness you need to have as a goalkeeper is absolutely critical. His levels of concentration and focus have been superb at this tournament. He's only conceded once in 3 fixtures. Comes to the rescue here as Fino Hasina put pressure on Alfonso Mija. Kibwage. Two under pressure. Good diagonal ball out wide. Mushiri couldn't keep it in play. Now the flag has gone up for offside. Toldo at the edge of his 18-yard area, picking out his captain Tony. Now with Plus. Dax chips the ball in behind Bundy, but it's asking a little too much of Luke. Hussein Mohammed enjoying a laugh, the president of the Federation of Kenyan Football. It's been all smiles for Kenya at this tournament so far. Can they keep the dream alive here and now? 10 minutes gone, goalless it remains. A couple of nervous moments for both sides defensively, but no clear-cut goal-scoring opportunities. Nicolas playing a key role in a defensive midfield role, not his traditional role. Usually plays as a right back. Fino Hasina leaves it behind and it's picked up. Then Stanley Omondi, Bundy down the line. Nabuire runs onto it, up against Toki. And the 25-year-old Fosa Juniors central defender steers that ball to safety. Stanley Omondi runs into space, receives the throw-in, looks for the ball in, deflected away, corner to Kenya. A roar of approval. The young defender Bono seeing that ball out over the goal line. Lalaina. Dax wearing number 10 among those makes their way back to defend. He was the heartbeat of the side as they finished third in Algeria, one of the stars of AFCON 2019. Delivery for Kenya, punched away by Toldo, straight down the throat of Alpha Onyango. Aboud. Dax is there to close him down, disrupts the ball, gets a foot on the ball as well. Aboud recovers nicely, but is forced to go back to Onyango, deep inside his own half now. That's one of the pressures that Dax creates. Nicolas. Nyaina. Nicolas again. Toki. Plays for Fosa Juniors, the giant club from Mahajanga on the northwest coast of Madagascar. The fourth largest island in the world is Madagascar. Knocking the ball around with a little bit of composure and finding the triangles nicely. Back with Omondi. Aboud. Kurigas had a decent tournament so far, and he scored against co-hosts Tanzania in their Group B match, despite Madagascar going down 2-1. Zize with a fine brace. Shiri concedes the free kick. Madagascar trade quickly. I can tell you that Mansour has stolen possession, and now Kenya on the charge. A little too strong, perhaps. Nabuire is chasing. Being shepherded to the goal line by Nyaina in a battle of the jersey number 21s. It's Nyaina who comes up trumps on this occasion. Toldo preparing to take this. Malagasy names are often shortened. Most individuals are known by a nickname. Toldo, for example. Michel Ramandibsua, known as Toldo. Most individuals are known by a nickname. So Andrea Mirado, Ari Hasna, Andrea Narimanana. He's the player that is known as five fouls in the early stages. Nyaina towards Gregas, dispossessed by Onyango. Down he goes. Kenya take quickly. The idea from Captain Aboud was to pick out Mushiri. He's unable to find him this time. Finds him with a header. Mushiri goes down. Free kick Kenya. Zalfo Onyango, man of the match in the debut fixture at an African Nations Championship for Kenya. 1-0 victory over DRC. Aboud into a danger area. A little deflection off the head of Ogam, but it's recovered by the Madagascar defence. Dax plays it back to Nyaina in a pocket of space. Looking for a way through. Lelaina's deep. Nicolas again. Pulls it back towards Toki. Steals the ball out wide. Luke down that far flank. Lelaina waiting in the middle. That should recover. Nods forward. In the hopes of picking out Feno Hasina. Almost half the action in the initial 15 minutes has been in the Madagascar final third. Been under pressure from Kenya. Madagascar now growing in confidence. It's a long way forward. Shiri feeling aggrieved. Feeling that it had taken a touch off Nyaina on its way past the Madagascar fullback. Here's Lelaina, can strike it from range, opts for the pass inside. Nicolas. Playing that midfield role today. He was playing as a defender for Disciples last season when he played in the CAF Champions League. He lost out to South Africa's Orlando Pirates. Kenya overturning. The run is on, but Toki recovers nicely. Away from Ben Stanley Omondi. Nabwire wanted it. Dax was there. Finds the pass again. Dax inspired a little something here, and Madagascar finding some space. Good work from Aboud. Reads the play. Denies Gregas possession. Madagascar have it back, though, from the initial clearance by Aboud. Nyaina, Lelaina. In the end, Feno Hasina's head, but no finish to come for the Barea. Mondi claims possession. Concern here is over Mansour. He's down on the turf, just outside his own 18-yard area. The standout players of this tournament for Kenya. Every player has undoubtedly stuck their hand up with aplomb. It's been an incredible achievement by a cohesive unit. Suleiman Mansour has been one of these stars. The 19-year-old remains down on the turf, receiving some medical attention now. Despite being a defender, he's genuinely excelled as a defensive midfielder. Breaks up opposition plays, launches quick transitions. So Mansour led off. Not yet 20 minutes gone. Goalless it remains. Mansour off the pitch for now. Kibwage away. Mushiri's down. Play on is the call. Ogam is chasing it. And Tony stands his ground. The referee will now blow the whistle. Mushiri remains on the turf on the halfway line. And it's confirmation that it's scoreless through 20 minutes. Aboud wants a word with the Senegalese referee. Mushiri seems incensed. The military man. The Lindsay Stars winger. It's Toki. Onyango. Free kick Kenya. It's Luke on this occasion who proves the culprit. Then Stanley Omondi quickly back on his feet, quickly charging into an attacking position. Omondi back to Omondi. There's Kibwage. Closed ball winner. Some good vision off the ball. Had a great goal line clearance against Zambia early in the 1-0 victory. And secured top spot in Group A for Kenya. Dax again, instrumental so far in midfield. Benny McCarthy would be familiar with Dax and his ability, with Dax having played in South Africa for a handful of seasons at both Giants, Kaizer Chiefs and northern-based club, Black Leopards. Tony. Nicolas. Kenya have it back. Onyango. Good diagonal ball down the near side flank. Mushiri cuts inside. He's in a bit of a battle here to maintain possession. Ogam comes to collect on the turn. He gets away from one, but Dax is tenacious. And eventually, he's overwhelmed by numbers, Ogam. Looking to hit on transition now. Madagascar, Gregas back inside. The liner goes down under a heavy challenge from Mushiri. And it's free kick to Madagascar. Scored twice for Madagascar this tournament. Mushiri catching Lalaina late. The only player who has scored at 2 Chan tournaments for Madagascar, Lalaina. Scored against Sudan in a 3-0 group stage win in Algeria. And scored twice here. 2-0 win over debutant Central African Republic. And the decisive goal in the 2-1 win over Burkina Faso, which secured knockout football for Madagascar again. Mushiri driving run into the area, chested away by the captain. Recovered by Onyango and flicked over by Nabuere, but I fear he was offside. Indeed he was. The flag is raised. Onyango has put in some very solid displays in that midfield role. Functions brilliantly as somebody who can circulate the ball well, progress the ball well. Also breaks up play nicely. Has a massive defensive role to play in midfield. Zunyango again, being chased down by Dax. Niaina gets a false touch on that. Shiri wants the quick throw. But Aboud says leave it. Kibuage. Shiri looks for the flick on. It was nicely read by Niaina. Gregas now. Free kick Madagascar. 25 minutes have come and gone. Madagascar only missing one player through injury, and the defender Garol. Kenya only missing one player. Crispin Irambo still suspended following his red card against Morocco. At this stage, the quarterfinals, all yellow cards from the group stages have been expunged. That means it's a clean slate. Players get a fresh start. No cautions in the game so far, given the physical nature of this fixture. Perhaps there are some to come. Aboud controls nicely after Abuire's pass out wide. Under pressure from Gregas, Aboud shows composure. Still a career, much of it spent in Europe. And Captain Aboud, here's Ogam. Ogam looks for space. Mushiri cut back, and Ogam was a little further back. Ben Stanley Omondi was waiting in a pocket just outside the 18-yard area, rather than out on the right wing. Luke. Return. Nicolas brings it under control. Involved in international appearances for Madagascar now for a couple of years. It is first international foray against the French Overseas Department of Mayotte. Friendly fixture, but made his official debut in a 1-1 draw against Mauritius in August 2 years ago. Whipped in, Omija gets a big boot in the way. Mansour looks to clear. He'll be recovered by Nicolas. Down he goes. Free kick Madagascar. Much to the disappointment and indeed fury of Kenyan fans. A short while ago. Ogam up to Mushiri, looked for the cutback, but Ben Stanley Omondi was in a giant pocket of space just outside the 18-yard area. Now this set piece is a long way out. Taken short. Good variation from Madagascar. They create space on the far side, but it's closed down by Louis Bandi. And Bono, one of three Madagascar players who's played every minute of the campaign for the Barea, tries to feed the ball in, but it ricochets off Bundy and out for the throw-in. Taken quickly. Here's Dax. Diagonal ball. Niaina back into space, and it's quickly flicked forward by Luke, but he misses the target. By Gregas, but he misses the target. Here's Kibuage. Started the 1-0 win over Morocco as captain. Kenya, Tanzania and Mauritania only conceded 1 goal each in 4 matches. Sudan and Senegal conceded 1 goal in their 3 group matches. Those teams with the best defence. Kenya and Tanzania finished the group stages unbeaten with a win percentage of 75. Morocco also won 3 of their 4 matches, but they lost the one to Kenya. Actually, quite a few teams that entered the group stages undefeated. Not only Kenya and Tanzania, but Algeria, South Africa, who didn't progress from the group stages, Sudan and Senegal. Here's Aboud. Back to Omija. Bandi. Staring down Luke. Wants to go back to Omija. Stanley Omondi finds Bundy again. Bouage. Shiri inside. Mansour, return ball is excellent. Brought down by Nabuire. Mansour looks for Ogam, finds him, gets the shot away, but it's well repelled by the Malagasy defence. Toki and Bono lining up to get their bodies in the way. The interplay from Kenya, utterly enterprising and captivating. Mansour, Mushiri, Nabuire, Ogam all getting involved, all helping build up the potential chance. And so Toki and Bono combined to deny Ogam the effort. Half an hour has come and gone at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. There is an hour to play in regulation time, but bear in mind we're in the knockout stages now and we must have a winner, and that means the possibility of extra time and indeed the dreaded penalty shootout. Neither one of these sides involved in penalty shootouts in Chan so far. For Kenya, this is their first knockout match, but for Madagascar, 2 wins and a loss in their knockout stage fixtures. Aboud finds Mushiri, blistering pace down this near side flank, gets away from Gregas and is pulled down by Niaina. Free kick Kenya. Expressive reactions of those in this venue. Mushiri stands over this. Aboud has just walked away. The military man goes high. Lindsay Starr's winger, joined from Tusker in 2022. The free kick that he might like to have again. Had a superb assist for Ryan Ogam's winning goal against Zambia. Included after his very enterprising display off the bench in the final group stage fixture. Here's Alpha Onyango, gets away from Dax, puts the ball into space. Mansour, Bundy now. 4 players in the 18-yard area of Madagascar for Kenya. Mansour, Onyango forced to go back all the way to Omija. Bundy looking for options. Just skids past Omija. Madagascar set up their defensive structure now. Mushiri. Nabuire comes back to him off Niaina. Then Stanley Omondi gets a touch. Lovely ball in towards Ogam. Nabuire it was, but Stanley Omondi, fine footwork to see the ball to his captain, who picks out Mushiri in turn. Players wait in that 18-yard area. Mushiri staring down Niaina. Back to Aboud. Doesn't go for the first time cross. Steps inside his marker, and Kenya have a throw opposite the 18-yard area. Plenty of enterprise in the Kenyan play. Aboud takes quickly. Nicholas cuts out the throw, and Madagascar threaten on the counter. Fino Hasina. Bono up towards Luke. Eventually brings it up to control. Bono continues on the overlap. Teenager who's impressed at this tournament. And the flying left-back, just 18 years old, looks to whip it across, but it's deflected away. Throw into Madagascar, again taken quickly. Dax, first time ball in. Omija can't control. Dax again interrupts the Kenyan play. Omidja gets his body in the way. It's now getting a little untidy between the sides. Neither can seemingly maintain possession. Nicolas. Dax. Ball back into space. Here's Luke in a very central position. Lelaina. Dax. Quick ball from Madagascar. Luke tries from range. Off the shins of Onyango, and he brings it under control. The long-time servant of Gourmaya. Coach Roro said his side is here to win, and that despite their challenges they are going to give 100% today, and indeed they seem to be giving absolutely everything. Kenya have had 4 shots, none from Madagascar. You've dominated possession, they've dominated territory. But they've yet to find the opening goal. Nicolas. Dax. Little touch away from Luke. Kenya have it back. Ogam holds it up. He's under real pressure here. Ball out towards Nabuire. Sliding challenge from Niaina. That ball's gone the way of Dax. Feno Hasina is looking to make a run, but Aboud's recovery is excellent. Kenya police star to the rescue. Onyango finds Mushiri. Inch perfect pass, 3 players wait, including this man in the pocket. Onyango can't get the shot away, tried to return it to Mushiri, but he leaves it as he was standing in an offside position. There's an intensity in the build-up. There's an expectation from this giant crowd at the Moi International Sports Centre. And indeed, a populous nation of Kenya, coached by this man, Benny McCarthy. An inspiration as a player, an inspiration as a coach. And if you know one thing about Benny McCarthy as a coach, he cares incredibly deeply about every one of his players. And it shows with the way they're responding. Feno Hasina across towards Lelaina, looks for space. Double teamed. Kenya come away with it, look to hit on the counter, but Niaina interrupts the pass that was intended for Mushiri, and Dax now has it. Finds Nicolas. Bono out wide. Disciples man. Club Disciples was formed from the merger of a couple of clubs, including Madagascar's record league champions. CNUPS, the National Social Welfare Fund Club. 7 league titles they have. Toldo. And Stanley Omondi in the centre circle, opts to run it between 2 Madagascar players. Loose ball, Mushiri recovers under pressure from Luke. Aboud can't find a pass beyond Luke. Forced to go back to Kipwage. Nicolas, a little theatrical. His reaction to some slight contact from Bin Stanley Omondi. Free kick Madagascar. This is Lelaina looking to work his way beyond a series of players. Mansour with a critical touch that saw the ball back for Kenya. Lelaina as dangerous as any, the CFFA man. Aboud. Omondi. Onyango back with Aboud. Nabuire is making a charging run forward into space, but the pass has gone the way of Mansour. Looks to send the ball in towards Ogan, takes a little deflection, but finds the dangerous Tusker man. Nabuire now cuts it back inside, and that was perfectly read by the Malagasy captain, Tony. Absorbing the pressure here on Madagascar. They're showing their resilience. Omondi keeps it in play. Nabuire, Aboud, Onyango now. Bundy's calling for it forward. Mushiri on the far side. Looks to whip that ball in. away by Toki. As far as Omidja to the lineup for Sylvester Owino today. Omidja made his Harambee Stars debut against Côte d'Ivoire in the World Cup qualifiers in June last year. He made an impressive game-high 6 clearances against Democratic Republic of Congo on match day 1. A significant victory for Kenya. It started their very promising campaign that sees them here in the knockout stages, having emerged from the group of death. Into the final 5 minutes of the opening half, it remains scoreless in Nairobi. Free kick Madagascar. Tony. With the CFFA and Fossa Juniors before making his way to Algerco Plus. Also spent a couple of seasons in Mauritius from Madagascar. Nicolas can't work it away. Ogam. Shiri under pressure. Gregas it is on the far side. Switched flanks with Luke a moment ago. Onyango now. Looking for a way through. Bundy. Wins the free kick. It's a late call. Former high school basketball player, now representing his country at football. Raised in Namza Makadara. Started playing in the Makadara Junior League. Here he is, playing for his country on home soil. Having signed for Kenyan Giants Gor Mahia from AC Leopards on the 2-year contract just last week. Toldo at the ready. Aboud looks to chip it in behind the defensive line of Madagascar. It's nicely read by the Malagasy defence. They allow the ball to skip harmlessly through as it went just forward of Ogam. Frustrated figure, Benny McCarthy. But he believes in what his side can do. He believes in the ability of each and every one of his players. Omidja is fouled. Kibwage. Aboud. Again, looking for options. Shiri and Bundy have both stayed forward and down that right flank. Let's come all the way back to Captain Aboud. Long ball. Ogam gets a touch on him. Mushiri looks to keep it in play, but it's shepherded to the goal line. Goal kick it is. Work done by Bono. Then Stanley Mondi, touch on it. Dax is there to recover possession. Free ball is claimed by Nabuire. Aboud is challenging for possession again. Gets away with it. Ben Stanley Mondi with the ball in. It's a dangerous ball. It's smothered by Toldo. Steers it up towards Fenohasina very quickly. Dax gets a touch on it. Looks for the return ball. It somehow ricochets back towards Fenohasina. Wants to take the throw quickly, but opts against it. Into the 45th minute we go. Scramble for possession a short while ago. And Ben Stanley Obondi picking up on the loose ball and looking to feed in for Ryan Ogam, who is making a telling run in behind Toldo. timed his run off his line perfectly. Long throw for Madagascar potentially. Nicolas, who is a right back by trade, playing in defensive midfield today. Looks for the long throw. Nabuire, touch on it. Mushiri gets another touch on it. Clears. Tony returns the ball. Mondi stays on his line. Onyango brings the ball from Kibwage under control before launching it out to the far side, where he hoped to bring Mushiri into play. 45 minutes have come and gone. 1 minute of additional time. Malagasy fans, no doubt, cheering Ale Fabarea. It's a rallying cry from the Madagascar football fans. Effectively translates to Go Barea. Barea, type of prize cattle in Madagascar. The nickname of the side. Barea signify wealth, but also stand as a symbol of national pride and identity. Tony finding Toki, left-footed centre-back. Madagascar looking to run the clock down to half-time. They've absorbed pressure so remarkably well. Kibwage away. Dax now shows a little impetus, pushing forward. Madagascar cut out by Mansour. Referee Adalbert Diouf of Senegal says half-time at the Moi International Sports Centre in Nairobi. Kenya have dominated many passages of play, but they do not have the goal that they so dearly desire. Madagascar have absorbed pressure well, and they've looked to strike on the counter-attack and nearly caused Kenya some trouble on a couple of occasions. It's goalless at half-time in Nairobi. Kenya 0, Madagascar 0. Sylvester Owino among those who waits on the bench. Perhaps his introduction is imminent. Certainly his influence on the side's successes so far has been nothing short of significant.